Hello, good morning all of you. My name is Kasun Madushan and my student ID is MS20906726. Today I'm going to demonstrate important areas about DevSecOps and how it applies to an organization. This is the content today I'm going to demonstrate. Okay, first of all, we want to know what is the DevOps. DevOps is the practice of development and operation engineers participating together in the entire service life cycle from design through the development process to production support. Also can refers as combination of cultural philosophy, practices and tools. Here I briefly explain about what actually DevOps is. Okay, now we look at what is the DevSecOps. DevSecOps is the answer to integrating different challenges into a coherent and effective approach to software delivery. It is a new method that helps identify security issues early in the development process rather than after produce release. This image clearly shows what will happen after implementing security into DevOps. Okay, now we will move to the next slide. This image clearly shows the difference between DevOps and DevSecOps. DevOps engineers' primary objective is to take the predictability, efficiency, and security of software development to the highest level possible. DevSecOps is a further development of the DevOps concept that, beside automation, address the issue of the code quality and reliability assurance. However, while DevOps prioritizes delivery speed and DevSecOps shifts security to the left, I think you all can get clear idea about what is the difference between these two. Okay, now we will move to the next slide. Here I list down few DevSecOps principles. These principles need to implement DevSecOps in organization. The rest of these things we can take some other principles such as automate as many deployment and development practices as possible. Also use common tools from requirement and planning stages to operation and implement stages. Also use agile software principles and prefer small, frequent and incremental updates to larger separate release. Finally, security risks to the underlying infrastructures need to be measured and also quantified, because then only understand the overall security impact and risk to the software application. That's all about DevSecOps principle. Now we will move to the next slide. Here you can see few key aspects of DevSecOps like process integration, security architecture, compliance, security tool in continuous integration and continuous development. Other than these, version control, metadata and orchestration and also incident management can take as key aspects of DevSecOps. Okay, that's all about key aspects. Now we will move to the next slide. Okay, here described DevSecOps provide lot of benefits to organizations and applications, such as reduce the vulnerabilities of the codes, minimize the waste of applications exploit, also reduce the downtime of the application. Not only that, it increases the application security, stability and availability. It also saves cost in resource management and minimize the risk and legal liability. These mentioned points can take as major benefits of DevSecOps. Okay, we will move to the next slide. A few years back, developers worked exclusively in the waterfall software development life cycle. With this method, deployment would take place every 1 to 2 months and deploy large monolithic application over the weekend. Also, the security team would get participated in the production monitoring and test the application after it's deployed. This caused significant problem to the organization that had to bear high cost when security breaches were discovered. To avoid these problems, the best solution is to embed security to each and every phase in the software development lifecycle. The DevSecOps lifecycle contains 9 phases like plan, develop, build, test, release, deliver, deploy, operate, monitor and security. In DevSecOps software lifecycle, each and every phase embedded security. Okay, that's all about DevSecOps software lifecycle. Now we will move to the next slide. Okay, the DevSecOps ecosystem is a set of process, workflows and tools that are created and executed with the tools to support all the activities all over the DevSecOps lifecycle. The DevSecOps ecosystem consists of 3 subsystems such as software factory, planning section and production operation. The DevSecOps administration team is responsible for administrating the ecosystem tools and automating the process workflows. This is the picture of DevSecOps ecosystem. Okay, that's all about the DevSecOps ecosystem. Now we will move to the next slide. Considering the conceptual model in DevSecOps contain one or more software factories, and each software factory contains one or more pipelines. This diagram shows each software factory contains only one continuous integration and continuous development orchestra. Okay, that's all about conceptual model of DevSecOps. We will move to the next slide. Okay. When it comes to the DevSecOps security pillars, according to the Cloud Security Alliance, they separate DevSecOps security into 6 pillars. In here, describe one by one separately. First one is collective responsibility. That means changing the mindset of the organization, its customs, behaviors and ideas regarding software security. With the security in a DevOps organization, security should not longer be seen as a responsibility of another person. Also, security can't be viewed as separate and different from the business goal. Therefore, everyone should be responsible for the organization's security stance. Second one is collaboration and integration. There is a gap between the resources and knowledge in the software landscape across security development and operations. Also, without the collaboration of the organization around implementing security, success will be limited. Security only can be achieved through collaboration. Third one is pragmatic implementation. That means companies often end up acquiring tools and ad hoc solutions that are harder to operationalize, difficult to implement, and ultimately don't procure actionable insights that can be used to mitigate actual security risks. Therefore, they recommend digital security and privacy model to ensure trust, safety, and privacy in the digital society. Also, this model will fulfill the unmet needs of connecting all the stakeholders. As well as also security is built into application and the software lifecycle that produce applications. Fourth one is bridging compliance and development. Through this security pillar, eliminating the development and compliance gap and recognize which one is applicable controls and translating them to appropriate software measure. By using these controls can be automated and measured the quality of the risk mitigation. Fifth one is automation. Through automation, easily can avoid manual coding errors and introduce automated security practices. Through this can reduce the manual process and easily can increase software efficiency and minimize reworks. Last one is measure, monitor, report and action pillar. Through this can monitor vulnerability remediation time, frequency of deployment, automated testing per application and test percentage of the code. The result during software development and after delivery must be reported, measured, and monitored. That's all about 6 pillars of security. Now we will move to the next slide. This is the picture of how Department of Defense organizations separate their security. Here they separate their security into 4 pillars, such as organization, process, technology, and governance. Okay, now we will move to the next slide. Here I list down few DevSecOps tools according to the every stage of the software development life cycle. In planning phase, we can use team collaboration tool, issue tracking tool, assess inventory management tool, and data modeling tool. Also, by using these tools can take few benefits as earlier identify issues and mitigate the issues, also increase team efficiency and minimize cost. Next one is development phase tool. In development phase tool, we can use integrated development tool and source code repository tools. Also, by using these tools can take few benefits as through visual representations improve efficiency, increase bug fixing speed and file comparing facility. Next one is build phase tool. In build phase, we can use container build tool, artifact repository tool, and static application security test tool. Also, by using these tools can take few benefits as reduce human mistakes, increase code reliability, and finding error before execution. Next one is test phase tool. In test phase tools, we can use test development tool, test management tool, network security and database security test tools as an important tools. Also, by using these tools can take few benefits as increase test loyalty and increase the test automation speed. Next one is release and delivery phase. In release and delivery phase, we can use release packaging tool as a key tool. Also, by using this tool, we can ensure that they have completed build, pass all the tests and security analysis. Next one is deploy phase tool. In deploy phase tool, we can divide it into two main categories like virtual machine deployment and container deployment. Through this tool, easily can prevent data losses and provide data security and privacy. Next one is operate phase tool. In operate phase, we can use backup management and operation dashboard tools. By using these tools, we can increase failure recovery and all other operation management. Next one is monitor phase tool. In monitor phase, we can use database monitoring tool and database security audit tool as a main tools, and also by using these tools, we can increase continuous database operations and assist troubleshooting issues. Last one is security. Consider about security. It's not a separate section in the DevSecOps life cycle. Rather, every security activity takes place in all phases of the life cycle. This DevSecOps security practice enables automated risk characterization, mitigation, and monitoring over the life cycle of the application. That's all about DevSecOps tool and features of the tools. Okay, now we will move to the next slide. Here you can see some other DevSecOps tools. Some of the tools can be used as free and some of them are proprietary. This image clearly shows what are the tools and what are the industry used tools. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Here I list 4 different DevSecOps challenges. First one is reluctant to integrate. It refers as enabling teams to work in tandem with each other rather than independent of each other. Second one is clash of the tools. There are plenty of tools available in the market now to implement DevSecOps. The first challenge lies in choosing one that fit well. The second challenge is to properly integrate them in order to build, deploy, and test in continuous manner. It is not an easy task to bring together tools from various departments and sync them on one platform. Third one is implementing security in continuous integration and continuous development. Security has always been as something that comes at the end of development. But with DevSecOps, security becomes a part of a continuous integration and continuous development. Fourth one is chasing perfection. It is impossible to have a complete smooth process right off the bat. Many organizations give up because time is wasted in trying to make things work perfectly. Okay, that's all about the DevSecOps factors. Next, we will move into the conclusion section. Actually, through this document, we have introduced key DevSecOps concepts, described the DevSecOps ecosystem, including the software factory and the sidecar container security stack, and indicated how the ecosystem should be set up and used. More details on the security pillars, tools, principles, challenges, and features of DevSecOps finally shows how DevSecOps effectively used to the integrates to the organization. I think you all have get clear idea about DevSecOps technology. That's all. Have a nice day. Thank you.